G'day punters, the Brisbane Bullets taking on the Adelaide 36ers here. Now the Bullets really have hit the skids over the past couple of weeks. Should have beat Cairns, weren't able to get it done. Now, although they didn't have Nathan Sobey, that's still a game that they should have won. And had they won it, I would have been a lot more confident coming into this one. The only reason I'm going to tip them here in the head-to-head market is because the Adelaide 36ers coming off a COVID stint. We've learnt that you just can't trust teams coming off these, no matter how much they should be able to win the game. It's just an unknown at the moment, so I'm going to have to go the safer option and go with the Bullets. I'll also take them at the line here because, as I said, fatigue seems to hit teams late that are coming off these COVID stints. And as always, the total points unders. Enjoy the game and, most importantly, gamble responsibly.
I'm never off my grind. I'm always on time. I'm in the game. I'm in my scores. What a moment for Dusty Hannahs. Besides the fire. That's why he pulls out the triple on the Sotto. It's time like game day. I ball hard and clutch play. And it's guarded by Adelaide. It's him. Floater for the elbow.
Hello and welcome to Nissan Arena in Brisbane, where the Bullets host the 36ers under the Friday night lights. Tip-off not far away as I welcome Melbourne United Championship winner Peter Hooley and the 2010 NBL MVP Corey Homicide Williams. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Good to be here, Dwayne. This is a big game. Brisbane Bullets on their home floor. They've got to stop this skid. They just can't seem to win at home right now. They've got to protect the home floor. No Nathan Sobey. That's going to be a big out. But Jason Giddy into the starting lineup. Anthony Drimmick back from the COVID protocols. And they need to get some things going. They know they've got a lot to fix on the defensive end, but Robert Franks is going to be one of their main contributors. He's going to have to step up, be a leader on both ends of the floor. But this is a must-win game for the Brisbane Bullets.
And they've been leaking points.
Defensively, they have sucked over the last 4 games. Okay? How do you lose against a depleted Kansas Taipan team and give up 102 points on your home court? You got to be better than that.
You're in good form early. Speaking of MVPs, great to have the 1990 NBL MVP Derek Rucker also part of the coverage. A short time ago, he caught up with Bullets coach James Duncan.
Well, the Bullets are looking to end a 4-game slide as they face the 36ers tonight. I'm here with Brisbane Bullets head coach James Duncan. James, the conversation on everyone's mind is on the defensive end. What have you done this week to prepare your team better for the 36ers?
Well, we got after it. Super physical. Maybe some fouls being called that weren't called, or like just getting after it throughout the whole week of practice, preparing ourselves for Adelaide.
And offensively, no one can really complain about you guys' productivity. But the question probably is can you continue to get Robert Franks going like you did last game?
Well, to be honest with you, that wasn't a point of emphasis this week. It's about stopping other teams and digging in and who wants to play defense. The guys that are committed to doing that are going to see floor time, and that's our focus. And then offensively, we'll get it done because we're doing that, doing the small things, doing the dirty work.
To the DoorDash starting 5 for the Adelaide 36ers. Get 25% off your next 4 orders. Just use the code PASSIT. Some big breaking news that Derek Rucker will bring us the latest on with Dusty Hannahs and Mojave King late outs for this one. And we'll find out from Derek the latest on Isaac Humphries, whether he's out for the season. But the good news is Kai Sotto is in sensational form.
Yeah, no Isaac Humphries for the foreseeable future means Sotto's going to get a lot more opportunity to continue to grow, continue to improve. He's already made big strides, and everybody else has to step up with some key pieces out. This is a good game, good test for the Adelaide 36ers.
Here is Derek Rucker with the Adelaide 36ers coach CJ Bruton.
Fresh off a win over Melbourne United, you had a little bit of time off. How did you keep that flow going and coming into this game?
We've been outdoors, we've been indoors. Whatever's been allowed for our team to get on the floor, we've had to do. But we've also been trying to keep fresh. You know, we've had some bodies come in and out, as every team has throughout this process. But it's just keeping the mindset fresh after coming off a win.
And just announced today that Isaac Humphries is most likely out for the season. Are you guys going to search for a third import, or you got something else up your sleeve?
Well, we have to keep looking. I think right now, everyone needs bodies, and with our bigs and also with our guard component, I'm trying to find that balance of what is it that we really need. Do we need someone like a Scotty Hobson You need someone like a Brock Modem that can come in and contribute. I mean, they're just names that I don't even know if they're interested in coming, but I definitely put it out there for them to know.
CJ Bruton putting it out there. Let's go back down to Derek Rucker, who can bring us the latest on this breaking news on Dusty Hannahs and Mojave King. Welcome back to you, Derek.
Thank you very much, Dwayne. And look here, the two 36ers players, King and Dusty Hannahs, were actually in COVID protocol for the past 10 days as per regulations down in South Australia. Their time ended last night at 9:30 p.m. They caught a flight up this morning, went to shoot around, and were deemed unable to go this evening. So therefore, those guys will not be participating. Emmanuel Malou, he's still a game time decision due to some general soreness.
So 36ers fans, it's going to be hard to swallow before the tip for this one.
I mean, it's tough, but again, it's probably the right choice when you're just laying around for 10 days. There's only so much you can do to try and prepare yourself. But you're going to have to talk about CJ Bruton throwing the names Scotty Hobson, Brock Modem. You don't just throw those names around. This would be a big pickup if they got one of those guys in the 36ers uniform, and for Brock Modem again.
Still time for both these teams to be playoff bound, as an early three is dropped by Lamar Patterson.
He's going to have a big one. He's actually been playing solid, but whenever he leads in scoring, they lose.
Which is a weird stat.
Very weird.
When you think about it. Karen. Bairstow. A step back two. He finds his range early, and he's been in form.
This man has been in form. You know what? We haven't been able to see how good this young man is. And I call him young because he's younger than me, right? With that said, he's so talented. He's just been injury riddled. So we haven't been able to see him consistently. And to see him looking like this, man, hell of a signing.
Well, he's back in his hometown, and this is exactly what everybody knows. Cam Bairstow has seen it when he has been healthy at both the national level and when he was playing in the NBA. And just to see him out there consistently now and putting up these numbers, having strong plays, doing things like that, just playing with confidence. It's just so good to see. We'll keep harping on about it. The Adelaide 36ers, they kind of took the risk. The whole thing about them when he was a free agent is who wants to take the chance on him, because he has dealt with so many different injuries. And we all knew that if he could just stay injury-free, he has the potential to do this. And he has been outstanding.
Yes, he has. And I'm actually glad that CJ has ensured that he plays through him. Not with his, not Hannahs. He's been their most consistent player.
Coming off back-to-back double-doubles. Cam Bairstow, top 5 in rebounds in the NBL and averaging a career high, 13 points a game, 10 rebounds a game. Couple of big outs, but very, very important game for both these teams to stay in touch with those inside the top 4. Jason Kadee getting some chances to size it up. Lamar, step back three. Tried to bank, well, didn't try to bank it in, but nearly did bank it in. Cam Bairstow. Mitch McCarron saved it. Daniel Johnson, and one of the free throw for the extra. Will go to the free throw line anyway for 2.
Well, I think we're going to see a bit more of the ball in Daniel Johnson's hands tonight, taking a few more shots. There's Chris Lynn. Well, talk about a man who could light up a show at any point. Chris Lynn got the pipes out. That's how you can send him over the rope with ease. But Daniel Johnson, with no Dusty Hannahs, going to be more shots there for him and more opportunity. And even Mitch McCarron might be a bit more aggressive, looking to score in this game.
Sunday too far away. Back again on the buzzer, and it drops just in time.
Brisbane Bullets practiced all week and focused on defense, but we played solid defense right there, but you got to finish off your defense with rebounding.
Franks, long range step back 2.
And that's what I do not like. Camping out on the perimeter too much. Focus on posting up, close to the basket, and get yourself going early.
Daniel Johnson, and he got Franks in the air, and he'll go to the line again.
Well, just a simple pick and roll. Just left Daniel Johnson open on the roll with no one really picking him up until late. And see here, not really on the same page with what they were trying to do. Jack Salt flying out. Now Johnson just it's right through the middle, just too easy. James Duncan in that interview with Jerry Rucker at the top saying that they got after it in practice, and when their defense has been so poor, he's talking about fouls. There would have been a lot going on, and they basically, James Duncan would probably be just saying, you got to play through all this. We want physicality from the very first second of the game, because if you start being physical on the defensive end from the jump, then you might get away with a little bit throughout the game. You can't just turn it on in the last quarter, because then you're going to get fouls against you because you have been playing too far, 2 steps off. And he's just looking for some guys to step up and really be that defensive stopper.
Good start for the 36ers, despite not having Dusty Hannahs, Mojave King, and we heard earlier Isaac Humphries out for essentially the rest of the season. Krebs steps it in, high off the glass. Daniel Johnson the rebound. Gave it up instead. And the bucket and the foul. Nicely done. Todd Withers.
Todd Withers, great take. Good finish as he goes to the line. 3 the hard way. Good sweep.
He's been up and down, Todd Withers, but I think when he really is in the right frame of mind, he can be a beast for the Adelaide 36. He's shooting 41% from 3, and he hasn't been shy in letting it fly, but plays like that, we already saw a couple of things he did on the defensive end again against Lamar Patterson. And you see Isaiah Moss into the game already for Lamar Patterson, so maybe James Duncan thinking, look, I'm going to have to keep everyone on a short leash. If you're not showing certain things on the defensive end,
come sit down with me.
Come and sit down. That's the only way you've got to hold everybody accountable. And I'd be expecting all the young fellas on the end of the bench to stay ready in a game like this.
Whose ball? Still 36ers ball.
Todd Withers coming off of a 17-point performance to go along with 5 rebounds. 5 players were in double figures versus Melbourne United.
Daniel Johnson aggressive, hands it up. And Cam Bairstow under the rim. Derek Rucker downstairs.
And guys, this is not the start the Bullets are looking for after all that hard work this week. And look, I think a lot of their problems sometimes comes from the shot selection. I haven't liked 3 of the past 4 shots that they've taken. 2 step backs, 1 of 2, and 1 of 3. And I think the ball has good energy in it, but they've got to find some way to attack the rim. That's what Coach Duncan wanted prior to the game. He started his huddle with attack, 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 and he finished it with no regrets.
Well, Rock, we're talking about the defensive end. They've given up 13 points already. And every other team you look around the league has that one figurehead to be their leading guy on the defensive end to help everybody come along. Who is that guy on this Bullets team? Who has to be the figurehead on the defensive end?
I said it a couple of weeks ago, Peter, that I feel it has to be Anthony Dremick and a guy like Tanner Krebs. I feel that's where those guys can have an impact on this team and really help game the game. Look, every team in this competition has an outstanding go-to guy, so there's always going to be a role each game for somebody that can go out there, take on that defensive assignment, and handle it responsibly.
I need you to take over, D-Russ. You call me Peter. I feel like I'm in trouble for my parents.
Yeah, last game. Well, they've lost their last 4 games in a row, the Brisbane Bullets. That's the bottom line, including their last 3 here. And 9th right now, their worst ladder position at this stage of a season for a long, long time. And they've been leaking big numbers. Worst loss of the season, arguably, when they gave up 102 points, their biggest score conceded by any team this season.
It's a bit of the balance now when you've been preaching defense the entire week, and that's been the whole focus at training. Guys are getting after it, being physical. You kind of forget that you still got to put points on the board as well. You've got to have that fine balance of, yes, we're focusing on the defensive end, but we've got to get through our offensive sets, get some good looks.
Kadee tried to feed it to Harris and lost it. Sunday Dash quickly down the floor, gave it some thought, gave it to the hot man. And the guy with the hot hand, Franks, trying to stop him. Bairstow backs his way in. Sidestep was delightful. He gave him the time warp, jump to the left, step to the right.
Took him to school. This is the difference between both bigs that are really talented and good. One goes and gets assertive, catching the ball on the block, gives him an array of moves. He goes for it and one. That's what Robert Franks and the Brisbane Bullets need to do on the other end with him. Put him on the post, give him the ball, and let him go to work. Great execution by the most consistent player on the Adelaide 36ers.
Couldn't quite complete the deal. Oh, my goodness. What was happening there? And Sunday Detch can't make them pay full price.
Oh, dodge that one, because that would have made James Duncan irate. You've got to pick up those 50-50 balls. We've already seen a couple land in the Adelaide 36's hands. And Adelaide, it's 15-3. They've got 2 offensive rebounds, 5-0 on the boards. And that's because Bullets are just taking it out of the net right now.
Can they respond? Going to need to in a hurry. Deng Deng out there. Hands it up to Anthony Drimmick. Back to Kadee. Harrison running for him and off the glass. A much needed 2.
Nice pass. Way to keep the defender on the hip. Jason Kadee, good pass. Alley-oop, easy finish. This is the end over here. Enter Kai Sotto.
It's best they got to do this time.
He's going to do what he's been doing all quarter.
Same double turn and the cleanup man, Super Soto.
Soto coming off his best game of the season. 12 points, 4 rebounds.
And the 3 on cue. Crowd up out of their seat, and boy, do they need that from Isaiah Moss.
Well, they do. And he's got that scoring potential. He's going to have to be there with Nathan Sobey out. I don't know that you're going to have some opportunities. It's just good deflection, good hands, good energy from Deng Deng. Get a deflection on that pass.
Drimmick, Harrison, Kadee, Deng Deng tried to feed it back. Detch read their minds again. 2 to beat. Can't beat them both. Harrison the rebound. Bullet dodged.
Way to hustle back after that turnover, Deng Deng.
Jason Kadee. More important in the absence of Nathan Sobey. Filled up with the jumper. Harrison gives them a second chance at it. To the corner, Drimmick gets it, and suddenly they're alive.
And it starts with the energy and effort on defense. That's what they have to lean on. Move the ball around, good offensive rebound. Kicks it to the corner. Drimmick knocks down the 3.
Yeah, so...
One in the post. One in the post, right? Yeah, we're staying home.
Yeah. So, not behind your head, lock and trail. You got shooters, fellas, no 3s, right? Take away their 3 ball, make them shoot 2s. Hey, if they have to make 2s, they're shooting over us. Contested, show our hands, right? When we get the ball, we got, again, make good decisions with it. Let's get it to a second side. Coming out of here on the elbow, wide elbow. So let's go at Todd. Todd going over the top, so hit the elbow. Go over, throw it this side, throw it inside, up screen the middle guy in the 4. We good? Here we go.
At the start of that timeout, Mitch McCarron, you're just questioning everybody, saying we're 1 out in the post. They're not trying to double or do anything. So Kai Sotto defended that pretty well on Harrison, had bodied him up, and Harrison didn't really want to have a look to shoot. So if you're guarding a guy like Anthony Drimmick, Jason Kadee, Isaiah Moss, saying stay home, stay connected, don't let them have a bailout pass or an easy 3 ball. Unless they change the defense or someone who really starts to bury him down low and they want to throw somebody else in a double team or get down there and get a piece of the ball, make sure you guard the 3-point line.
Mitch McCarron. Bit of a spring in their step now for the Bullets. Putting some defensive pressure on to Super Soto. He has a look around, takes some time. 6 on the shot clock, and they've lost it.
Well, again, there's the pressure you got. Everybody getting up and in, and Isaiah Moss was the one who was really denying Mitch McCarron. Look at the Isaiah Moss getting all in there. Hands just having a bite at Kai Sotto, making him turn the ball over, but also denying the ball back to Mitch McCarron. That's outstanding from a guy who's really designed to be an offensive scorer. And nice little tidbit on Isaiah Moss with the long sleeve skins and Spandex, he wears that for he's not proud of his tattoos.
And he also slipped on ice when he was 14 and cut his wrist on glass, which resulted in a severe artery that almost ended his life.
Wow, crazy story, and he's starting to show little glimpses of what he can do and he's going to need to do for the Bullets.
Good to see him having an impact at the moment as we head back to Derek Rucker.
Well, it's a proud coach moment for me. It's like having a son do something brilliant when on back-to-back possessions, Kai Sotto finishes with an offensive putback, and then Isaiah Moss comes down on the other end and knocks down a three. Both guys work with me in the offseason, are outstanding young men, and I wish them all the best. But look, right now the Bullets have turned this tempo around, and the crowd is really into it here. The crowd, one great thing about the crowd up here in Brisbane is they are very knowledgeable, and they understand the importance of this game. They understand the importance of every play, and you can feel it.
Well, it was 2 possessions ago. A bit of a clean-up here for a blood brawl from Anthony Drimmick, and he copped one in. Wasn't really a whole lot in it. It was really conspicuous. So there's Anthony Drimmick with Nick Marshall, the young fella. There you go. Just smacks, gets right hit in the face, and he was a bit ginger coming back down the floor, and hopefully that's not a lost tooth or anything. So they're just cleaning up the blood from that. And that's Nick Marshall, the young fella, into the game with no Dusty Hanners, no Mojave King. And
Here we go.
he was outstanding in the NBL Blitz, got a lot more opportunity and really showed that his potential.
Lamar Patterson's had a rest, back out there. Nearly lost it. Maybe all part of the grand plan. Kadee can't nail it. Rebound, ding, ding. And he's given it back anyway. Crowd back into it. Friday night hoops, Nissan Arena in Brisbane. A little quiet early. Adelaide 36ers, if you've just joined us, opened up a double-figure lead. McCarron, Johnson. Back to McCarron, back to DJ. And nearly lost it on the baseline. Could still work. And you mentioned Marshall nearly. Not good enough. Kadee, quickly, saw an opening. Back to Lamar, inside, through the contact. Couldn't drop the 2, but will go to the free throw line.
Good take by Lamar.
I love this take from Lamar Patterson. You see there when the ball got passed back to him, stepped into a 3 ball, but realised Kai Sotto was the one who was coming across. So he put the ball on the floor, and his patience, his ability to get in there and somehow get a shot off through contact. He's one of the best in the league at that, at getting the contact and trying to stay balanced.
Does a great job using his body.
That's what I got told.
But it's starting on the defensive end. They started off slow in this first quarter. They picked it up thanks to their bench coming off with really good energy and effort defensively.
Marshall, Sotto, McCarron. Oh! From Super Sotto.
Kai Sotto.
Well, that was a shot from Mitch McCarron, but Sotto read that perfectly. Put a lid on it. Speaking of guys playing with confidence, a young fella. He's enjoying himself out there.
Goodness! Opportunity is on a platter right now for him. He's making the best of it. But that's just too easy. Good finish by DJ. He'll take that. Kai Sotto.
218 centimetres, Kai Sotto, second tallest player in the NBL behind Juan Chinlu, who we'll see out there at some stage. Patterson, 4 left on the shot clock, had to put it up from long range and dropped it.
Oh, yeah. Look, I know when he's leading and scoring, they lose. But we need an aggressive Lamar Patterson.
Look at this. Oh, that is a shot from Mitch McCarron, and just the awareness to know that's going to airball and just go straight up with it. The length, the athleticism. He is enjoying himself. Why wouldn't
Loving
you?
the fact that he recognizes opportunity and taking full advantage of it. Very unfortunate. Big fella's out for the season. Isaac Humphries. However, next man up mentality. And that's Kai Sotto.
They could tie it up here, Brisbane. They were down by double figures. Lamar stalking it.
turnover. But spoke about Lamar Patterson, Corey, the stat about he leads the scoring, they lose. What I love so far in this quarter from James Duncan, he's the one forward. He's feeling good, Lamar Patterson. He's going to take those, he's going to make those. But I love that he held everybody accountable. Yes, Lamar Patterson hit the first 3, but had two poor possessions on defense to open the game. And James Duncan said, you're sitting down. I'm making sure that we are all locked in what we have to do. And now he's come back out and responded.
McCarron doesn't want to waste this one. Feeds it in. Bairstow off the glass.
Oh, man.
Gets the rattle.
Just good offense and great creativity off the dribble.
Silence the crowd a little.
Bairstow straight up hoop.
Patterson backs it back out. Kadee. Patterson for 3.
And why not? We got to change that stat today. For them to win, he got to get off. Period.
Well, he does. I mean, the other superstar with no Nathan Sobey's Robert Franks. He's played 4 minutes. He's got donuts across the board. So Lamar Patterson's going to have to lead. There's Cam Bairstow. Again, just trying to get to that sweet spot. He's getting him up.
And DJ behind his back. How about 4 goes at it before Hiram Harris finally cleaned it up.
Well, that's going to be on the video review. Those are the things they're trying to really clean up. Is Lamar Patterson. He's 13 first quarter points. He's only missed 1 shot.
Here he is again. Got to feed it to Tyrell. McCarron, it'll tip Harris, and that's got to do it. No awareness that was going to be the end. Couldn't get a shot up in time. Great opening term, a game that both teams desperately need to win. Bullets are double figures down. They're only down by 4 with 3 quarters to play. 25 plays 21. Quarter time in Brisbane, and the Adelaide 36ers lead by 4, 25-21 after a hot start by the away team. Great to have your company wherever you're watching around the land. Great to have the Kmart fan cam as well. Again, this season, tonight's winner of the $50 Kmart gift card, Mel George. It's our 6th season as 36ers members. Attend every game and love the atmosphere and spending time together. And it is great family fun. Get to an NBL game and see what we're talking about if you haven't been to one lately.
Well, good start for the 36ers. That's Lamar Patterson's best first quarter start in his career. He was the only Bullet starter to score. 13 points, for Patterson. Look at all the other scorers from the Adelaide 36ers. Everybody else, Robert Franks only played the 4 minutes. Jack Salt, he started, just played around 4 minutes. Tanner Krebs, they were all double figure plus minus. That's why they sat down.
Patterson again.
As well as Patterson is playing, right now, this is where they need to establish Robert Franks in the post. That possession right there, they had Withers on him. Give him the ball in the post and let him go.
Fadeaway two from Bairstow. Little heat check from him. Kadee. Hesitation step, didn't quite work. Withers was with him. Franks, there you go. Corey Homicide-Williams caught for it. Pocket picked. He got it back. He lost it. He got it back. And then he lost it again. Detch down the floor quickly to DJ. Couldn't drop it. Got a little nudge. I did do a little bit of nudging on the way through. 25-21 still.
I like the intent. Gave it to Franks. Good hands by Detch. But I'd go back to Franks again. They have to establish interior play. They cannot just rely on the jump shot.
They're going to need more than one of their superstars in Mark Patterson carrying the scoring. We've got Drimmick and Moss have both hit a 3. Harrison's got 2 points, but Mark Patterson's sole hand right now. They need Robert Franks to have a good game.
Keep turning it over.
It's not a good start in this second quarter.
Sunday Detch drew a crowd. Mitch McCarron looks for Daniel Johnson. Back down Franks, and then tough fadeaway too. Franks pulls it down. Patterson. Didn't get the luck there. McCarron. Turned over again. Krebs read his mind. Kadee. Been a weird start to the second quarter from both teams. Both teams still scoreless in this second so far. Lamar, he's been the man, but not that time. And still, neither team scored in this quarter. Sunday Detch. Bairstow. Withers. Single figure shot clock for Sunday. He lost it, got it back. Have to put it up. They do. And whose ball is it? Still a chance for the 36ers.
Have a look at this possession now. Robert Franks has the height mismatch, and you're not going to get the ball trying to post up there over all the hands. And in the end, they just settle for a deep contested 3 from Lamar Patterson. If he wants it, he's got to point to Tanner Krebs saying, get the ball back on the wing, and he's got to fight over to the closest block and establish himself. When Jason Kadee had the ball NBA range at the top of the key, he's not going to try and throw it down there if you're really not in a stance, really trying to seal up. That doesn't show you want the ball on that mismatch.
It's explained by Peter Hurley and Tat Dufelmeyer out there at the moment. Trying to add some valuable minutes. Robert Franks starting to get a feel for it. Salt. Drimmick. Patterson takes it himself, draws the foul. He's disappointed with himself for not being able to finish or go to the line.
See, a nice take right there. He established it. He wanted the ball. You're absolutely right, Peter Hooley. He's assertive with that position. I got a mismatch. Give me the ball, and I'm going to go to work.
Dufelmeyer did a good job to push him off the block, but you could see straight away, Lamar Patterson wanted it there. He has so much success down on the block that he was saying, get the ball to the wing. I'm in my stance. I'm using my physicality to hold Dufelmeyer off. Just throw it to me, and I'll make a play.
And Peter, I wonder sometimes if the Bullets are better off posting Patterson more often than Franks. Franks sometimes looks comfortable more in the, just in the mid-range area and playing face-up basketball instead of maybe with his back to the basket. I need to see him play more to really make a good observation on that. But we know Patterson can play all over the floor, and he's very good in the post-up.
He's very good in the post game, and I think that's something they can do, especially with Big losing the game now. But when they go Patterson to the 4, Franks at the 5, you can have Patterson down low, and if they try and front it, Franks can be the high post flash, and then you can throw across the top as Sotto hits the nice little mid-range jumper over Big Lou. But I think that's something they need to be able to work out, because you're right, Rocket. Frank's down low. He has had some success, but I think Lamar Patterson is a really tough matchup down there.
The two tallest players in the NBL going head-to-head out there at the moment. In the reverse, Chuan Ching-Lu mopped it up, couldn't finish, but will go to the free throw line. So Chuan Ching-Lu, tallest NBL player of all time. If you haven't been watching so far this season, the Chinese superstar, 7'5", 2¼ meters tall. And at the moment, Kai Sotto has been turning it on 218 centimeters, the second tallest player in the NBL.
Sotto there not trying to go the traditional box out, because probably doesn't have to against a lot of the other teams in opposition. Just put your hands up and grab the rebound. But against Big Lou, he's probably the one guy who might have to do a bit of early work, try and get him out there, out of the keyway.
Just for the rebound. And a couple of skip steps. They get it back, the Bullets. With hesitation and off the leg, so it's still going to be the Bullets' ball. Isaiah Moss could have put the shot up, but he elected not to.
No, I'm out. We get it. You just can't react like that.
Timeout's been called. Slowly clawing their way back, the Bullets. They're going to sneak in on their coach, James Duncan.
Good. Yes, good call. So on balls with Big Lou, volume 1. Volume 1. Side or mid. All right. Next play here, we go wide. Okay, wide. So if you're not in transition, which is just picks, right? Kick, then just call wide. You got it here, okay? Doesn't matter. Get this, and then we're on the rim. Robo, if you're the one who's setting it, maybe we can get a wide cap for you, all right? A wide cap, all right? So we're just taking those two plays. Picks or wide cap, that's it. Hey, get on the glass, come on.
Fantastic initiative announced today by the Hungry Jacks NBL Indigenous Round. Tips off from March 4 across rounds 14 and 15 of the season. The annual Indigenous Round celebrating, recognising and acknowledging Indigenous culture across Australia and New Zealand. Each NBL club will celebrate the round by wearing a special jersey designed by a local Indigenous artist that tells a story about Indigenous culture in each region. Great initiative announced today by the Hungry Jacks NBL.
Cannot wait for that. One of my favourite rounds of the year. And when they do start to come out and we see the jerseys, make sure everybody does the research to find out what the story are. The stories are incredible behind every single one. They all look outstanding every single year. Can't wait to see it on show.
Murray Wigness tried to take it to the hole, born in Torres Strait Islands. Sotto, Chuan Ching-Lu, head-to-head, and you can call it head-to-head. They didn't see eye-to-eye that one, but they did actually see eye-to-eye, which is rare for Chuan Ching-Lu.
It's good defense, holding his ground one-on-one. Kai Sotto loses it. Wigness dives on the floor, showing a bit of desperation.
Sotto just ran into a 7'5" brick wall. Yes. Big Lou was not going anywhere.
There is Tamuri Wigness. Torres Strait Islands getting some important minutes here. Carrying it down the floor, nearly lost it. Tad Duffelmeyer in his grill. Franks and his pocket picked by Sunday Detch. He had his pocket picked by Anthony Drimmick.
Defense by Detch. Twice. Robert Franks tried to post him up and was unsuccessful. Holding his ground.
Duffelmeyer. And foul called on Wigness. A little overzealous with the reach. These two teams combined have only won one of their last 8 games. The loser will lose touch with the top 4. Huge game, this one. Duffelmeyer. Shot clock winding down and lost by Kai Sotto.
Hard to get around Big Lou in that paint.
That's the defense James Duncan was talking about with the way they're going to play the ball screens. They called it volume 1 for Big Lou, because you can't play on a ball screen the same way that Harrison's going to be out there or Jack Salt, because Lou's a different kind of player. And if you can protect him in some ways when he's away from the basket, you can have some success with his size.
And he also had to try and dribble it around that big size 24 shoe that he's suiting up with. Lost again. Another turnover. Withers hands it up to Duffelmeyer. 36ers can add to their lead. Duffelmeyer stepped it in, ran into that brick wall we talked about in travel.
Just don't even go in the paint when Big Lou's there. Nothing's happening. You're 0 for 3 trying to score in that paint with that big fella in there. And good job on defense by Brisbane. However, on offense, they have 10 turnovers. They're lucky to be down 3 points with that many turnovers. With 4.5.
Well, Adelaide's been turning the ball over this quarter too. This quarter's just, it's 3-2 scoring in this quarter, because there's been turnovers, there's been a couple of missed shots, and other shots have been hard to come by. It's going to be an easy bucket.
Nothing easy about that.
Doesn't matter how, just matters how many. And he's got another couple. Chuan Ching Lu, much to the crowd's delight. Bairstow trying to light it up. Hands it up. Mitch McCarron can't nail that. Franks the rebound, and the Bullets can take the lead.
That's the way Adelaide tried to counter the way with Big Lou, is setting a guard to big screen to see what they did. And they switched it and got a bit confused. Big Lou didn't know, should I go out to Mitch McCarron on the 3? Mitch McCarron knocks that down. That's the perfect way to try and go at the defense they're playing with Lou out there.
Robert Franks just had Mitch McCarron on him, where they switched the D, and he did not even try to establish himself in the post. He needs to be more assertive and recognize these mismatches and take advantage of it.
No doubt, he has to. And they've also got to recognize that he's taken one shot this entire half so far. This man started the season, he's shown that he can be a superstar. Big Lou was trying to force that to him. But again, on the flip side, he's got to want it. He's had those mismatches, and you've got to get to your spot. You don't just have to say, okay, I'm here, you're going to throw me the ball. Work hard to say, I'm in this spot, throw me the ball, I'll make some good things happen.
Listen to the applause for Chuan Ching Lu. The Chinese superstar, absolutely loved. And guess what? The Bullets have the lead after being down by double figures in the opening quarter. They were late to this party, but they're dancing now. Mitch McCarron dances to the bucket himself to restore some order.
Great take by the crafty vet. Even better finish. Straight line to the basket. They foul him. Too deep in the paint, and he does exactly what he needed to do. Finish.
One bonus, guys.
Heads to the line, the ex-Melbourne United championship winner.
Still trying to find that balance of when he wants to be assertive on the offensive end in terms of looking for his own shot and getting everybody else involved. And games like this with no Dusty Hannah, Cam Bairstow has been outstanding. Daniel Johnson has got going, but who else is going to be that guy that looks like a dangerous threat at all times? Robert Franks. I think he got away with the travel, but tries to make a play. It's a good look.
Tremmick, awesome. Back to the corner. Tremmick stepped it in. Fade away, 2. Tough shot.
Have a look at James Duncan. He's not happy at all.
He's getting subbed out.
Because he's saying that you get the offensive rebound. There's about 6 seconds left on the shot clock. You've got to look for something better than a fadeaway 2.
Bairstow denied initially by Harrison, but DJ
just
doing it again.
Just took it over Robert Franks. Harrison is down, and there we go. This is going to be a substitution straight away. James Duncan was not having it on that shot attempt from Anthony Drimmick.
Looks like he's got an ankle issue, but Derek Rucker a little closer than us. Welcome back to you, Derek.
Yeah, that happened right in front of me, Dwayne. He went up to get that ball before it got to the basket, and boom, right there on the foot. And guys, as we know, these are brutal. And no matter what, it always feels like it's broken the first time. Obviously, rarely is that the case, but Tyrell Harrison, another unlucky moment. Every time he finds form and starts to show promise, it seems like he unfortunately gets a breakdown, and we're witnessing it again right now at a real inopportune moment.
Yeah, that's a stinger. As you said, the way he rolls that, standing on someone's foot, that's never nice. And majority, if not all, players will be taped or braced, so those just hurt. And if there's nothing big damage-wise, it might be one of those ones that you get a bit extra strapping done nice and tight, and a couple of painkillers and try and get back out there.
Lamar takes it in off the glass. Beautiful to watch.
17 points in 11 minutes on 5 of 9 shooting.
Bairstow the up fake. Back to McCarron. Being a little more aggressive, but the look away didn't work. He probably should have looked. Kadee. Over the top to Franks. Starting to line it up for you, Corey.
Finally! They not only find him, he takes advantage of the mismatch and finish.
Well, he just pointed at exactly where the pass had to go and trying to look. They're going to front me, so this is what the Adelaide 36 tried to do last time. Feed the ball to Hiram Harris down low, trying to get him to go to work.
Wow.
A whole lot, but
were they a bit early to challenge?
Well, the possession before, they were just still trying to feed him. And no one else was getting open or doing anything. And they ended up getting a turnover out of it. So I think Brisbane Bullets were thinking, if you're going to throw it down to Harris on Patterson, we're going to live with that.
We're going to live with it.
You want to challenge the last call? You want to challenge the last call? Yep. Okay.
So it looks like they will challenge. It's an early challenge, but they all looked at each other as if to say, yeah, we're all on the same page here. Let's challenge it, despite the fact it's still the first half. You win your challenge, you keep your challenge.
Well, I mean, it's Lamar Patterson's second foul, and he's the only one really doing anything on the offensive end. So they really are feeling pretty strongly about it. Then try and save him a potential foul could be crucial.
Replay center seeing what you're seeing at home.
And I'm not sure.
Man, that ain't no foul, man.
But you see, he moves forward just that ever. So right here, see, he just jumps forward. As
jumps into Lamar. That's not a foul. Lamar's straight up. Look at Lamar's hands.
No, but he moves. So you can see where Harrison moved. Lamar Patterson's feet go a little jump forward. As Harris definitely makes the contact right there. I think he's going to lose this because he leaves the cylinder. Again, I didn't think it was a foul in fast speed, but just that little bit, you see where he takes off from Lamar Patterson, that is, where he lands, was just at the time that Harris tried to get the contact.
We need a tiebreaker. It's 1-1 here. Derek, can you break the tie between these two?
You know I can break the tie. Peter Hooley, a PhD at the Andrew Gay School of Taking Aside. Hey, look here, Hools. Not a chance. That's no foul. You're not calling that. But wait a minute, Corey, Hools grew up in the era where they probably called unsportsmanlike fouls in pickup. You know what I'm saying?
In the meantime, Peter Hooley justified, even though he loses in the commentary box 2-1.
So what they're saying it shouldn't be a foul. And at fast speed, it didn't look like it. I will agree with both Rux and Corey there. But you break it down, and that's what the whole problem with the challenge is, because you break it down to the camera angles, and you've got this. We had to really slow it down. Lamar Patterson shuffles forward with a little hop right as Harris hits him. So he's leaving his cylinder, and it's deemed illegal. So if that's not called, I'm completely happy that it's the right thing to do. But it was called. It's going to be hard to overturn.
Final say on that, Corey?
Hiram Harris hadn't played enough games to get a call against a veteran like that.
I'm just talking about the challenge. I don't think it was the way it was initially called, but then James Duncan hasn't been one of the best in the business in terms of coaches' challenges. And I'll tell you what, getting all that data through it. Chase Buford, up until last night, I think he's still well in the lead. He has a phenomenal strike rate in the coaches' challenges.
So you think the Stars should have a little bit of weighting in their favour?
100%.
Thank you. Okay, 1:25 left. Kadee with the feed. And Franks.
There we go.
Being a little more aggressive as Corey Homicide Williams demanded.
He's too good of a player to not get looks and get touches. Robert Franks 2 points, 1 of 2 in 12 minutes. Should have had at least 10 attempts in this first half.
Still got a second half coming for you. Robert Franks, 7 NBA games for Orlando. Another of the former NBA players in the NBL. And it's all tied up. 34 apiece with a half and change to come. Mitch McCarron. Bairstow. Sunday Detch. 36ers back in front.
Sunday Detch just gets on the scoreboard. It was 0-3 before that. A little back and forth. Scoring's opened up a little bit in the last few minutes after really struggling to find any buckets. As
Hannah Krebs takes them all on.
well, he does, just slowly kept dribbling all the way around in a circle. Got past Daniel Johnson for the easy layup in the end.
McCarron to Detch. Kadini's grill. Double team. Daniel Johnson, long range 2. And it looks like it's going to be a Bullets ball. 32 seconds left, although there's a claim here from Harris that it's the 36ers who should have it. He's going to have a sit down. Lamar Patterson to have a sit down.
That's all right. Good effort in minutes by Harris coming off the bench.
Still 36ers with it. It's just Sunday Detch. Big rebound. DJ. Oh, tough bucket. Impossible circus shot from Daniel Johnson.
Daniel Johnson just knew the foul was coming, the whistle was coming, and just
threw it up.
threw it at the hoop. He had no idea where he was or what he was doing. That's a veteran play. Sometimes better be lucky than good. Again, Franks was just hoping that it didn't fall there exactly the way it did. And those are never nice when you're Robert Franks thinking haven't got the complete position. You're just hoping that that ball either goes in or is short and gets away from you, because Daniel Johnson, 7-footer, was always going to come up with that if it bounces over the rim like it did.
Adelaide doing a fantastic job in the first half on the offensive boards. They have 9 this half.
Just a couple of seconds, the differential between the shot clock and the game clock to end the half. Bullets holding it for what might end up being the last shot. Kadee doesn't want to waste it. Takes on Bairstow, and whose ball? 36ers will have 5.7 left to use it.
James Duncan yelling at Jason Kadee to go by the mismatch. Big fella Cam Bairstow, but Todd Withers did that perfectly. Just put his body in the help spot. Got the steal.
Sunday. The tip. It rattles out. Halftime. Nissan Arena in Brisbane under the Friday night lights. And this one is living up to the expectation. 38-36. 2-point margin at halftime in favour of the 36ers after the margin was 4 points at quarter time in a game that both teams desperately need to win. Let's head down to Derek Rucker.
Lamar, good first half from yourself, 17 points. You guys have really tightened up the defense. You restricted them to only 13 points in that quarter. Hard work this week paid off.
But still not happy with it. Again, too many offensive rebounds. So I think that's the name of the game right now for us. We just got they're being more physical than us, so we got to get physical down there and get some of those rebounds.
You're carrying the team offensively. You feeling confident, operating all over the floor?
I mean, that's just a vet in this league. I know what it has to say. We got Sobe out, so but we got a lot of guys who can get going. So second half is going to be somebody else, and I'm just going to be there to fill in.
All right, Lamar, good first half. Enjoy the half, man. See you in the second half.
36ers by 2. Corey Homicide Williams, Peter Hooley, and Derek Rucker to pick it all apart after the break.
I've been living life right like I could just die. flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive, nothing in sight, forever in flight, follow those lines, we'll make it this time, blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight, oh yeah, we'll make it tonight, yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do, I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove, no end in sight, just always staying on the move, I'll go all night, if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford, memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored, go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit, I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit, are you alive, or just breathing, cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit, I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit, are you alive, or just breathing, I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast, they wanna be that someone on the screen at last, they ain't looking inside for their needs in life, they wanna be liked by everybody in sight, but trust me, being free ain't spotlights, no it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right, but if you put in the work you can find the light, alright. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do, I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove, no end in sight, just always staying on the move, I'll go all night, if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford, memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored, go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit, I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit, are you alive, or just breathing, cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit, I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit, are you alive, or just breathing.
Lamar Patterson's been the big star. 17 points to half-time, Lamar. Daniel Johnson, 10 points, and Cam Bairstow, 10 points for the Adelaide 36ers, who are coming off their best win of the season, but also coming off a long COVID break. They didn't play a game last round. There's the numbers broken down.
Yeah, they are, though. Guys came to play. Cam Bairstow set the tone. DJ showed up in the second quarter. Lamar Patterson has been leading the charge for the Brisbane Bullets. Drimmick picked up his energy at both ends of the court in the second half. But my thing is, you can see the numbers right there. Here's my thing. Adelaide 36ers have 9 offensive rebounds. Brisbane have 11 turnovers, okay? And they are down 2 points. With Robert Franks, 1 of 2. They are lucky to be down just 2 points. They really are.
Fun to see you when you get a little restless.
Man.
It's restless all the time.
Derek Rucker, how have you seen it so far?
Well, I mean, that second quarter was not pretty at all, guys. And in fact, Corey, down here with the courtside stats, Adelaide actually have 12 offensive rebounds and Brisbane have the 11 turnovers. So you guys are 100% correct. The fact that Brisbane are only down 2 points is insane. Now, I think if they can figure out that turnover problem, continue to get good shots. And look, Robert Franks has to find his spot on the court. I don't know how they do that. This up and down from him is somewhat concerning. But I really think if the Bullets can fix the turnovers up, keep Adelaide off the offensive glass, this is their game to win in the second half.
Well, D-Ruck, Lamar Patterson outstanding, got the 17 points. You spoke to him at halftime. The stats have shown when he does lead the team in scoring, they lose. But we know this is an MVP caliber player in the past 4 seasons. So what do they need to see from him night in and night out to be successful?
I think he just has to go for it on every night. And as Corey said, It's got to change tonight. That trend, that streak is not going to continue if he's the type of basketball player we know he is. He has played here in Brisbane on a good team and been highly productive. He's been an MVP candidate. We know he can do it. He's just got to drag and will his teammates to be better and raise up to his level of performance.
D-Rock.
Yeah.
Frank's 1 of 2.
Yeah.
Brisbane have to do a better job finding him and getting him in positions where he can get busy. As we can see right now, Lamar Patterson, you see the shot chart by SodaStream. Lamar is doing his thing. Yep. He cannot continue to lead from the front alone. This league is too tough for one player to win games.
But, Corey, it's really hard. You look at those 11 possessions where they turn the ball over. 11 turnovers in a game is just passing, you know, a standard that you like to set for your team. So 11 in 2 quarters, that's a lot of possessions where you don't get quality touches for one of your main guys. That's got to be fixed up, and that's the responsibility of the whole team. This turnover problem, it's not Jason Kadee that has 7. It's not Lou that has 5. It's right throughout the team, and they've got to fix that up collectively as a unit.
And what do you want to see on the half-court offense? Because Robert Franks is the stud, but the role players, the supporting cast, the Kadees, the Drimmicks, the Mosses, they've got to be knocking down these shots to take the pressure off a guy like Robert Franks.
Well, I thought one time when he got the ball out on the perimeter against Sunday Desh, that's not the time where he should be trying to go off the bounce facing up, okay? He's got to pick and choose when he utilizes his skill set. Now, if he has Desh down on the block, that's where he wants to go to work, all right? If he gets a bigger guy, a DJ on him, drag him out to the three-point line or play in the mid-post area where you can use your quickness, your jabbing into your jumper. But, you know, you've got to be intelligent as a strong offensive player and pick and choose your times to use your weapons.
Thanks, Derek. Love your work, boys. Second half coming up, so settle back. This one looks like going down to the wire. By the way, you can play like a pro as well, thanks to Bunnings Warehouse, so we're giving you the chance to win your very own court at home. Enter now at win.nbl.com.au/Bunnings.
I only worked on shooting, which is why that's really all.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Face on when I chase like that, yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me rise, you can hate on that. I don't play both sides, doing me no cap. I'ma ride or die for my dreams on tap. I'ma fly real high, you ain't see me slack. No, it's not how you fall, it's how you get right back up. That's how you get tough. Calluses on my hands so rough, yeah, I call your bluff. I'm not the one, mess with me and come out with none. Cause I'm so done, you had your fun. And now you're gonna face down the barrel of the gun. Cause I got a full clip, put your name on it. But I'ma let you slide cause you ain't worth it. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on.
fantastic to have your company for some Friday night hoops at Nissan Arena in Brisbane. This is the 90th meeting between these two teams on their 40th anniversary of their first ever meeting. All time they've met 89 times. Brisbane 39, Adelaide 50. Bullets winning that first ever meeting between these two 79, 74, 40 years ago. Good crowd in for this Friday night contest, and so far so good. Both teams have had their runs. It's a 2-point game to start the second half. Kadee, seesawing second quarter where both teams shared the lead. Into Franks, tipped away, gets it back. Withers tried to worry him out of it and did.
Well, there's no doubt about it. At halftime, they would have spoken about getting Robert Franks some touches, try and run a play. That was never on. Well defended by Adelaide 36ers, because yes, the Bullets would have been speaking, let's get a play for Robert Franks. Adelaide 36ers, CJ Bruton would have said, they're thinking this, they're going to talk about getting Franks involved. Let's make sure we're switched on, first play out, and they were.
The feed to Daniel Johnson didn't work, so instant turnover from the 36ers this time. Kadee sends it in. Spin move in the spin cycle was delightful from Patterson.
Love to see Lamar Patterson in this type of mode. 18 points.
And he's not done yet. Sunday, high off the glass, gets it to rattle home.
And that was a well-contested layup. Good left-hand finish off the glass by Detch.
That's a play the LA 36ers run a lot, because you see the little cross screen at the start for Daniel Johnson. Sometimes they throw it into him and they get that up screen for Sunday Detch down the middle around the free throw line. And other times they get that curl from Sunday Detch. It's a good little thing to throw and see which way they want to defend it. Daniel Johnson, just good body movement from Salt, making Daniel Johnson basically collapse.
Look,
like a beach chair.
Jack Salt.
See, watch here.
Is a big, strong unit.
Right there. And Daniel Johnson right there collapsed as his hands come down. He's saying it's a bit of an offensive foul, but you're right, Corey. He's a strong kid.
He plays physical.
He's in the book at 117 kilo, 208 centimetres worth. A London-born Kiwi.
Spoke about the stats at halftime. Offensive rebounds for Adelaide, the turnovers from the Bullets. But Adelaide, only team this season to have no made threes at halftime. They're 0-4. No Dusty Hannes is going to take that out. Sunday Detch is 0-3. Mitch McCarron's put up one. The guys we often see top with us, shooting 41%, hasn't put one up. Daniel Johnson yet to shoot a 3-ball.
There you go, Withers on cue. Big rebound to pull down. Salt had a roll to him. Robert Franks. Salt. Patterson gets the screen. 3-point attempt. Drops it. All net.
You know what? We're not going to wait on Franks. We're just going to continue to play through the hot hand of Lamar Patterson. 22 points on 7 of 11.
Oh, and the jam from Withers straight back at you.
Well, the way they defended that ball screen with Lamar Patterson, he's in attack mode right now. Daniel Johnson was playing off a little bit.
Like he can't shoot.
And he's going to make you pay.
Franks. You ask, you get, Corey.
Well, they had Cam Bairstow guarding him out there the possession before, but he brought the ball up, and it would have been a no-pass shot if he tried to attack Cam Bairstow. So that's a little bit more ball movement, player movement. He can create his own shot, and here comes the steal. Bullets are off and running. Oh.
Sunday Detch got into the grill of Tanner Krebs, who looked like he was going to just stroll to the bucket.
Well, this is the Tanner Krebs. This is how you don't... Trying to play for the foul and come across Sunday Detch.
Why wouldn't you just go up with the left hand? You had the whole left side. Well, if you miss, Robert Franks is in offensive rebounding position.
This is more confusing down the other end. Robert Franks finally hits a 3-ball and he's come straight out of the ball game. He's sitting down.
So if you're CJ Bruton, you're thinking, how do I stop Robert Franks now? He's hot. Oh, no, I don't have to. I've just taken him from the court. Handoff to Kadee, and they've lost it. There he is, having a sit down. So no Nathan Sobey and no Dusty Hannes, so it kind of balances out with a couple of stars. No Mojave King or Isaac Humphries either for the 36ers.
He's got the 3 fouls, but normally you start to be worried about that if he gets 3 fouls in the first half. Duncan just trying to make sure that he stays safe. Good hustle there. It's getting on the floor.
Lamar, dang, dang.
Just keep the ball in Lamar Patterson's hands. He's making plays happen for himself as well as others.
Crowd loving this as Daniel Johnson is hacked under the bucket.
That's just a fantastic play. Great hustle by Jason Kadee. Lamar Patterson sees the teammates trailing and throws it up. Dang Dang knows exactly what to do with it. Brisbane up 5.
I'm not sure. I think Lamar Patterson, when he first looked over, saw Anthony Drimminger was just throwing it to beat, and then Dang Dang came straight down the middle. Said, I'll take that.
He just saw a bunch of blue jerseys.
Just said, I'll throw it up somewhere.
Somebody will finish it.
Someone will either put a lid on it or board tap it. And James Duncan was not happy at all, calling 3 seconds. He had a very good case. Daniel Johnson has been uncharacteristically poor by his standards from the free throw line this season.
Ain't giving him no burgers, though. Not this time.
He's very rare when it comes to giving anyone burgers, Daniel Johnson. As Peter Hooley told you, normally a lot better than 1 of 2. 47-43, some pressure on the 36ers. Withers comes up with it. Hands to McCarron. Is he going to get a bit more aggressive? Thought about taking it himself. And the offensive foul called against him.
Well, it's a good step up by Dang Dang, and this is the Mitch McCarron mindset of he was always looking to pass that ball. If he's got his mind on, yes, he's got Anthony Drimmick beat. If he's looking at trying to get that little floater off, he will see Dang Dang coming. He was trying to make a play for somebody else, and in the end, got the offensive foul. It's his 3rd for the game.
A big stretch right here for the Bullets. They've taken Jason Kadee off, and they don't have anyone that looks like a true point guard out there. Patterson's going to run the point. Let's see how this next phase goes. A little bit of rolling the dice.
Yeah, nice call, Derek. We'll keep an eye on that as Patterson, a little herky-jerky step, gave it up. Drimmick couldn't nail it.
Nice in and out. Good shot by Drimmick. A good offensive. High percentage play, just missed it.
Besto finds the hole again. He was hot early, went a little cool, but he's having an outstanding year.
I actually don't mind Lamar Patterson playing the point, as long as it's not the whole game, because you don't want him to have to try and make every single play and get stuck in the point guard position, giving it up like that and not seeing it again. But in certain parts of the game, when you do bring out Jason Kadee, he's a great passer, he can be aggressive.
McCarron, he drew a crowd. Still there for the rebound. Salt. Dang Dang. Drimmick. Salt. Patterson. Isaiah Moss. Lamar almost had his pocket picked. Feeds it up. Outstanding to Anthony Drimmick. The finish was cute.
I like the fact that the ball went through hands, found its way back to the man that can create plays for others like you just saw. Good finish. Brisbane.
That's that balance I was talking about. If he's going to play the point, it can't be the whole game, because a lot of the time as the point guard, if you bring it up and pass it, you might not see it again. So he's going to have to try and create things. But if you get the ball back to him, look, he makes kind of something out of nothing. Drimmick makes the cut off him after there's been some ball and player movement. Lamar Patterson having himself some sort of night. 22 points, 7-11 from the field. A couple of assists, a couple of rebounds. A couple of steals as well.
Let's not forget no Nathan Sobey, so he has to carry this load. So far, so good in this one. From the beginning. He's come out aggressive.
McCarron. High off the glass, gets the 2, will go to the line and gives the fan a little up close and personal.
Nice
but he's
take.
okay, and so is the female fan, thankfully.
Nice take. Sotto dives, so Harrison couldn't commit. Had him in no man's land. Mitch McCarron takes full advantage of that. Lays it up, he goes to the charity stripe for 3 to Hardway.
Crept back to within 1. Wigness. Dang, dang.
Gee, Ruck thought this was a big period before when Kadee came out. This is a bigger period now. No Franks, no Patterson. Deng Deng got his arm caught under Sotto there. And
That looked like it hurt. As soon as he fell on him. Screamed out. Hopefully he's okay.
Holding his wrist.
Right there, tried to get on that. And then right here gets just sat on. Yeah, he's coming out. Hopefully that's not too bad. Knew straight away.
Straight into the rooms.
Oh, man.
He's had a good little period. We know he had that dunk, but he's put his body on the line, took the charge. And he's, I think,
real good defense out there, too.
I think James Duncan just realising they don't really have that veteran person they can put the ball in the hands to play. They brought Samuel in for Deng Deng, and then he's quickly brought Jason Kadee off the bench. So at least you got the veteran guard out there to try and set things up, because no Franks, no Patterson. In a big period, 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Johnson with the inbound. Sunday Detch for a second. He was trying to zig when he thought he was going to zag. McCarron. And the foul called on Samuel.
And I don't mind that foul, because defensively they're aggressive, they're up the lanes, they're denying. I'll take that.
That's kind of the ones that James Duncan was looking for early in the game to kind of set the tone, to trying to have your hands active, trying to have that energy there. But that one, next one, don't get too many of those.
Daniel Johnson. He's got Samuel for company, likes his chances, takes him on, and on the buzzer, draws the foul. Wow.
Good heads-up veteran move, had the mismatch. Big Crafty gets him on the way going up.
That was never going to end well for Samuel. But Daniel Johnson just so good at being aware, as you said, Corey, the veteran move. And this is the one season where he's actually averaging more threes attempted than free throws. And this is a guy who can get to the free throw line a lot over his career. Just so savvy in the way he goes about it. We saw it right there, the shot clock winding down, just the ability to get fouled, throw something at the rim.
1 of 2 last time at the line. 12th season at the 36ers. More points and more rebounds than any other active NBL player. He has been a superstar, Daniel Johnson. That's what he normally does, put 2 in. 36ers back in front. 4 minutes left in the third. Push and shove. And it's called on Tad Duethelmeyer.
So here's CJ Bruton knowing a bit.
Knowing the scouts.
He's all over it, saying to lock in here of Jason Kadee potentially having a little keeper. So see if Kadee tries to change that.
Harrison. Moss. High up the glass. Kai Sotto with the rebound. Duethelmeyer. Detch. Johnson. This time with Isaiah Moss for company. Not Samuel. Hands it up. And Emmanuel Malou with a bomb.
Hadn't played all game. Being ready when opportunity comes and the ball comes your way. Nothing but net.
I said it was a big couple of minutes. 8-0 run for the Adelaide 36ers with no Patterson, no Franks in the ball game. Timeout call.
Let's go, hey. PB3, let's go I4, okay? LP, I want you here, all right? Catching it here, all right? As that happens, Big Lou, you're here, all right? Chase, I want you to screen for Isaiah. Isaiah, you're gonna come off, you're gonna curl. So sorry, Trim, you're gonna curl to the basket and then get out. As that happens, I want you two to play two-man games like you did.
I'm coming up. Coming up.
Yes. All right.
36ers back out to a 4-point lead. Saw Manuel Malou land one from long range. If you think you can shoot a full court shot at an NBL game, head to the NBL website page to enter for your chance to win $100,000 in the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. And if you miss your first shot, you get a second chance from half court for $50,000 thanks to Latrobe Financial.
As expected, James Duncan seen enough, both Patterson and Franks into the game with Big Lou.
Patterson. Kadee. Patterson had to reach under some pressure. Shot clock down to single figures. Tried to drive, lost it. Big turnover. 36ers can add to that lead. Malou gave it back up. He was in the same spot. He landed one from a minute ago. Duffelmeyer.
Real good hands by Duffelmeyer on defense, guarding it.
Took them all on.
Hake goes by the defender and finishes over Big Lou. 6-point deficit, Brisbane.
Franks. Bam!
He stays hot because the last time he knocked one down was the step back and then when it sat down. Now Robert Franks starting to have his impact in this game.
Very important 2 minutes coming up. Can Robert Franks finish this quarter with 3 fouls?
Johnson. Franks. Didn't want to get too aggressive, and DJ missed it. And the tip was nice. Cleaned up his own.
DJ doing a good job understanding the defender. Franks has 3 attacking him. Franks can't play hard.
Daniel Johnson up to 13, 15 points now. Franks again. 2 in a row.
Great awareness. And Daniel Johnson is great and successful as he's been in his career. He's put points on the board.
Defense ain't the call.
He hasn't been known as a defensive stopper. So Robert Franks, look at the way they set up the play. First, it was just a little slow on that closeout. Brisbane Bullets know, let's go back to the well. Daniel Johnson was trying to call Sunday Dech for the switch because they had Lamar Patterson setting the screen. All the miscommunication was there from Adelaide. Franks was wide open. And all of a sudden, he's in this game.
Indeed he is. From Adelaide, I'm going right back to DJ to put pressure on Frank. See if you can get him his 4th foul.
McCarron gets the Sotto screen. Tough fadeaway too, but good enough.
Every time Brisbane looks like they're making a run or just get the lead, Mitch McCarron finds a way to get a key bucket. Keep Adelaide in control of this game.
Franks for 3.
Big Lou. Didn't even jumping at it. Almost had it.
Had it. McCarron. Big rattle. Big rebound. Manuel Malou playing some big minutes.
Oh, stay ready for the opportunity. Manny Malou has done that. Knocked down a 3. Get on the offensive glass. And I'm with you, Corey. Robert Franks is up to 13 points. Trying to isolate Daniel Johnson on him down the other end. See if he can't get his 4th foul. So smart and crafty at drawing fouls is Daniel Johnson. That'll be a big effect on this game. And here they go, trying to feed him. Good effort from Robert Franks to make it hard to catch.
So here he is, Daniel Johnson with Franks. Likes his chances. Thought about turning baseline. Fade away 2. Juan Qinglu the rebound.
That's real good one-on-one defense. But I'm doubling that because I need to keep him from off his 4th foul, potentially getting his 4th foul.
3-second shot clock, game clock differential toward the end of this 3rd. Lamar Patterson wants to make it his moment, takes it himself, shows us his class. Still a chance for the 36ers from long range. Duffelmeyer.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
This game, as much as we're loving this game as well. 57-61 with a quarter to play. Who's going to take home the chocolates in this one?
I think Lamar Patterson goes crazy in this fourth quarter to bring it home.
Adelaide by 4. Kadee hasn't put up a lot of shots. One rims out, McCarron.
It's a massive 10 minutes for both teams. 36ers coming off the big COVID break, but last game beating Melbourne United, ending their 8-game winning streak, and Brisbane Bullets just trying to end the skid, especially at home.
Yeah, Bullets have lost their past 4 games in a row, including their last 3 here. They are desperate for a win, but so too the 36ers to stay in touch with the top 4. Kadee. Crowd still up and about. Patterson, single-figure shot clock, puts it up from long range.
Well, stats don't lie often. We spoke about Lamar Patterson's stat, but all 7 losses this year for the Brisbane Bullets, they've had 15 or more turnovers. They've got 15 now, so they're going to have to change something.
Derek Rucker.
Just a report on Dang Dang. He's still working on his left shoulder. He looks sore. He looks very sore, but he's available to play, and I think they're really going to need him down the stretch. We're going to have to tough it up and give some minutes. Down here, the Bulls have really tightened up the defense. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not they can clear the glass. They only gave up 3 offensive rebounds that quarter. Big improvement.
From the corner.
Oh my goodness.
Inspiring.
This is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Manny Malou. He's having himself a little impact here. Just quietly telling CJ Bruton, I'm ready whenever you need. Give me a couple of minutes.
8 big points
in 6 minutes.
Hadn't missed a shot.
Minimum minutes, maximum impact, as Kai Sotto called for that. 57-64. Bullets have led a few times in this game, but 36ers led at quarter time by 4, half time by 2, 3/4 time by 4, and they stretched it. Drimmick steps it in and lost it.
Well,
wow.
How good is that from CJ Bruton, knowing exactly the scout he's calling, the play of what they're running, telling everybody how to stay locked in. As soon as the ball got to Anthony Drimmick, saying, watch Jason Cadee through the gate. The gate being 2 screens around the Latrobe sign, the free throw line. But if Jason Cadee would normally go through the middle, they'd shut the screens like a gate, and he might have an open 3 ball. Well done, CJ Bruton.
Turnover number 16. Good hustle by Drimmick to get it back.
Really worked hard there. Threw it off Malou. So Bullets ball.
No, you're right.
Adelaide 36ers, it's always hard to know what you're going to get. They can be a giant killer on their night. They've beaten both Melbourne United and the Wildcats. They can beat anybody, but they can lose to anybody. 8 minutes. Bullets home game in Brisbane. Can the home team come from behind? Franks filled it up from long range a couple of times in the third. Steps it back out. Bairstow making it tough. 2 on the shot clock. Off the glass. Didn't get the rattle.
This is great defense by Bairstow. Making it tough for him.
McCarron, Bairstow. McCarron. He worked the shot clock down, and he couldn't fill it.
Good box out by Jack Saul.
Franks from the long range. Gone a little cold.
Well, he has, and he can get that shot anytime. That's so deep. Oh, can they get through a couple of sets? Make the defense have to move, and then if that shot's there, as you said, Robert Franks can just step into it.
Derek, your thoughts?
Well, James Duncan addressed that very thing in the last huddle. He's like, guys, after we get stops, take a breath, meaning be patient on the other end. Reward yourself with good offense down there, and we'll get buckets and win this game. That was not the shot they wanted right then.
Needs James Duncan holding everybody accountable again and taking Robert Franks off, because Rocky's right. You can get that at any point. They're not going to guard you all the way out there.
Karen weaving his way around them. Oh my goodness. Manny Malou, the money man.
11 points, 4 of 4 from the field. 3 of 3 from the land of plenty in 8 minutes.
Oh, Adelaide have needed someone.
Play me, coach. I'm here.
They're needing someone to come in and have an impact. No Dusty Hannahs, and we know Dusty Hannah's been inconsistent, but still averaging 14 and a half games. Manny Malou.
Man, he ain't playing, man.
Camping in the corner.
Coach, I'm ready when you are.
They're nothing but net.
10 points to margin, 67 to 57, 7 minutes left. Just starting to slip away, plenty of time, but they need a hero in a hurry.
Well, they do. It's really a game that Brisbane just cannot afford to lose. I know they're on the skid and keep losing at home. I know there's no Nathan Sobey, but this should be a very winnable game. They should be thinking, Adelaide's coming in off a COVID break. We have no excuses but to get this job done. And right now, they find themselves with a tough task, down double figures with 7 minutes to go. Someone's got to get a hand on Manny Malou.
Yeah, no Dusty Hannahs, no Mojave King, no Isaac Humphries for the 36ers. No Nathan Sobey for the Bullets. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Illawarra and Cairns, followed by Melbourne United and the Perth Wildcats. Huge news for the Perth Wildcats in the last 24 hours that they will be able to go home and play a long list of home games that'll be coming their way. Derek Rucker downstairs.
And Dwayne, as we restart the game here, loose ball. Bullets come up with a big steal.
Call it, Derek.
Isaiah Moss, here's your Instagram moment.
Good defense.
And Brisbane come out pressing. They've got Adelaide a little bit rattled here, guys.
Well, it's about time, just throwing something different out there, because, as we said, this is a game. There's another turnover from the Adelaide 36ers. So back-to-back stops now for the Bullets. Get the turn. Isaiah Moss, that's the easiest 2 points he'll have in the NBL. And Just based on that, Isaiah Moss has got a little bit of something left to show us out on the break. That was with ease. And this is a game, the Bullets have to win this game. They have to stop the skid at home. They've got to get on the winners list. Adelaide 36ers, no Dusty Hannahs. They just cannot afford to drop this game.
Lamar takes it in. That would have been big. They were down by 10. A little bit of a momentum swing. But 36ers can end it here with a bucket. Bairstow. Manny Malou stripped. Dang back out there, draws the foul, gets the two, crowd up out of their seats.
And it's starting on the defensive end. They're getting stops, pressure, creating turnovers and missed shots, and they're getting an opportunity to run out and make plays in the open court.
And this is going to be a challenge, I would say, from CJ Bruton to and one there. So you're really only going to save yourself 1 point, and you have a foul on Mitch McCarron, which would have been his fourth. Mitch McCarron was adamant. He was adamant about it. He was saying there's Mitch McCarron knew straight away. He's like, I didn't have anything to do with that. So they're going to challenge this, and when it comes down to the run the Brisbane Bullets are on, it could be a bit of a momentum halt. Try and swing them back the 36ers way. That's why you have to trust your leaders, captain of the club. It's not going to be. Not a lot in it, is there? It's not anything that just shows him absolutely whack the arm of Deng. Because the way Deng has, the way he takes off the ball, he's on the right-hand side of his body before he comes to the left, and then Mitch McCarron is past him. It's not. It might be a graze on the elbow. That's what they're trying to look for. But I'm 1-on-1 for the night, Dwayno, so I'm staying out of it.
I want Corey and Derek to weigh in. It's hard on that replay to be definitive that there was no contact.
Well, that's it. They're looking at the backboard cam and probably trying to slow it down just to see did he slap and get a bit of the elbow. It's very hard to see.
He slapped him, fam.
The thing is, you're looking at all the footage. I'm not sure how they go with.
You can't overturn it.
Well, the referee may very well have heard a slap. May have heard that sound as well. So that's going to be when you try and break it down from frame by frame. See if there's the contact on the elbow. Mitch McCarron said straight away, his reaction really showed that he didn't have a whole lot to do with it. I think Deng was kind of surprised that the call was there, but we've seen other things.
Coach's challenge is successful. The call is overturned. The basket counts. So it's white ball on the baseline. White keep their timeout and question challenge.
It looks like that was probably the way it was going to head. There's not a whole lot that shows massive contact and frame by frame, and as you said, the referee may very well have heard a potential slap from somewhere.
More important, he does not get his fourth foul.
That's exactly right. You save a point, and Mitch McCarron stays on 3 fouls. So good challenge from CJ Bruton. That's why it's in there. You use the coach's challenge at the right time, in the right moment. It'll be crucial.
He gets to keep the challenge, the feed in. McCarron looks around, trying to find a friend. Sunday Detch drives it inside, had Bairstow with him waiting. They get the stop. The crowd can feel the momentum shift here in Brisbane. Lamar Patterson, who's been inspiring to Kadee. Will he put it up? Patterson from another postcode. Long range, rims out. McCarron down to 5 minutes in the pivotal game for both teams. Bairstow. McCarron had some room. Bairstow, huge rebound, doesn't complete the deal.
At what point are they going to bring Robert Franks back into the game? As Jason Kadee is in all sorts of trouble right here. He looks out of it. That's might be a knock to the head, because it looked like he was stumbling all over the place. Not a good look at all for Jason Kadee. Hope he's all right.
If he was stumbling due to a knock in the head, then concussion protocol would probably
100%. Didn't see what happened.
Down.
So let's have another look at Jason Kadee here. Just in front of Sunday Detch, and there you go. Went straight into Sunday, and he was dazed. So straight away dropped down the floor. but it was after that was the real worry. So he must have got it flush from the temple, it looks like. And then right here, couldn't get his balance. That's a horrible look. And I'm glad they just stopped the game. And, well, hang on.
He's okay. Shaking it off. All right.
That's very surprising. The way he reacted to that hit, you would assume that he'd at least come out to get some sort of check.
He's absolutely fine, and he draws the foul. And he's almost got a spring in his step after all that. Might have knocked him into action.
Well, it might have, but you just don't see that too often, especially in today's day and age. Any knock to the head and that reaction, you'd at least get looked at. But foul call, moving okay.
Harrison turns inside, 3 to beat, hands it back out. Moss couldn't find the bucket. Johnson. Poked away by Harrison, picked up by Patterson. He looks ahead. Will he go alone for the alley-oop? Oh, the tip was awesome from Moss. It was the rolling stone to the bucket.
His great ball control in the air. Pass wasn't even on point, but he found a way to finish it. 2-possession game.
Bairstow in. They're not dropping for him after they were early.
Johnson, that's a double-double for him. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds for Daniel Johnson.
Sunday ditch.
Wow.
All net any given Sunday.
That's why that offensive rebounding by DJ and the 36ers paying off huge.
Lamar, he steps in and he draws
County.
it out.
That's going to count.
Wow.
Continuation, good finish. Sunday ditch.
Back and forth right now.
It was 0 of 3 with some wide open ones beforehand. Here's that alley-oop. Isaiah Moss did very well to crest that in, and there you go. That's the toughest one he's going to have all night.
Patterson, 26 points in 26 minutes of action.
One of the big stars of the competition, Lamar Patterson. 44 NBA games in Atlanta. All NBL first team 2019, 2020. 70 plays 65. Patterson's got 26 points. Bairstow, the up fake. Withers back out. McCarron, look left, look right. He's got Sunday again. Not this time, and Franks, huge rebound. Here's Patterson. Sizes it up, hands it up to Franks, turns in, tried the hook, didn't get the 2, but will go to the line for 2.
Big fella running the floor. Good recognition by Lamar Patterson, finding him inside, and he goes up aggressive to finish.
On the comeback, Derek.
Certainly are, but Adelaide are a really good defensive team, guys. They've got length, and interior defense is really strong because they're tall. DJ is, I mean, Bairstow and DJ, they're similar height. And then they've got Kai Sotto in there, and then they really crowd the ball with their athleticism out on the perimeter. I'm really seeing a lot from this Adelaide team that I like on the defensive end.
And that was a really good defensive possession by the Bullets. They get that because the Adelaide 36ers aren't set defensively off the missed shot. They had Withers trying to back down Kadee. Everybody was helping each other out, and then they tried to hit another tough 3-ball. Didn't get it. Got ourselves a 3-point game.
Johnson. 3 points, 3 minutes. That's the equation. Back to DJ. Big stars under the Friday night lights. McCarron, one of them. He's lost it. Chance to tie it up. Here the Bullets. Crowd roaring. Kadee. Patterson. They hand it to their main man. Steps it in and draws the foul on Withers.
Trying to make some things happen once again. Mark Patterson, 26 points.
It's his time.
It is. He's got 6 assists.
Well, technically it's been his time the whole game. But it's definitely his time right now to create for himself as well as others. Good defense, though.
The turnover issues have really started to go pile up for the Adelaide 36ers. 17 turnovers.
Both teams
have 17, you're right. What's CJ Bruton come up with now?
We got to value the ball, right? So make strong leads. They got a chance. They can poke and reach. They got 3 fouls to go and give. Be strong with the ball. Make sure you make a move, deliver it. You've got to get off, make good leads to get. I think when we play out of, we bring it down. When we bring.
Lost a little bit of CJ there, so you can hear the crowd going to make this tough. They can draw their team home. Again, 36ers coming off their best win of the season against Melbourne United in overtime, but they've had a long rest since that win. They missed all of round 10 with COVID. And there is Chris Lynn just sending the tweet. Hey guys, why aren't you here? This is going down to the wire.
Some of his Brisbane Heat teammates. It's going to be an exciting finish. And CJ Bruton there. They're going to get some offensive sets, get some ball movement, player movement, find out what's the best thing to go to right now. Daniel Johnson, Cam Bairstow, Mitch McCarron creates something. Sunday Detch has got going a little bit. But on the other end, someone has to put their hands up and say, I'm going to have to try and lock up Lamar Patterson, because no one's done it so far. And right now, the easiest option of how hard it would be to try and stop him is try not to let him catch the ball. Full denial, do not let Lamar Patterson catch the ball, because he's just so crafty, he can get by anyone, so well balanced. Do your work early, make someone else have to try and make a play.
Ball wasn't in yet either with that foul.
Or that doesn't matter anymore? I'm asking you a question.
You're not asking me a question.
If the ball's not in and it's a foul, what's that?
Under 2 minutes, I'm sports for Mike. Before that, not.
Good answer, Ref.
Yep. Nicely explained, calmly explained. And I hope you heard that at home. Bairstow in the meantime. The Sunday Detch feeds it in. Bairstow off the glass. Didn't work. Missed a couple from close range now.
And Brisbane have put together several stops.
Twice in this game, the Bullets have been down by 10.
There you go. CJ Bruton was yelling for Todd Withers to deny it. Do not let Lamar Patterson catch the ball. Make someone else have to make a play. And they do.
Dang, dang, under the bucket, gets the 2, and they're back in front, the Bullets.
This is new territory.
Turnover. Oh, the turnover. Oh!
Lamar Patterson
with a statement.
Is back. This is the Lamar Patterson I've been wanting to see all year. 30 points in 28 minutes, 10 of 18. Brisbane Bullets stringing together consecutive stops. As a result, turnovers and points, and they now have the lead.
Well, this is Mitch McCarron. That's a hospital pass. That's not a good thing. You just throw it up there. Daniel Johnson really wasn't aware of it. And Lamar Patterson saw it coming from a mile away. So look at that. That is hanging in the air for so long. Lamar Patterson, and then he gets jiggy with it. Didn't know he still had that. And they're on a bit of a run here. No surprise, it's been the turnovers in this fourth quarter. The Adelaide 36ers, they've been piling up in succession and at crucial moments. He's having himself a good time, and why wouldn't he? And this is rare territory for both teams. Now, Brisbane Bullets, their lowest winning scores this year, 96, 96, 97, and 100. So they're at 73 right now, and Adelaide hasn't won, scoring less than 83. So a grind-out game is rare for both of these teams.
I mean, the defense have stepped up by Brisbane. This is why they have been in practice all week, working their behinds off on defense. And in this fourth quarter, it has shown. Is it enough to get the win? Will Lamar Patterson break the stat? When he leads, they lose.
From 10 down to 3 up, the Bullets. Over to you, Adelaide. What have you got left? Mitch McCarron wants to make amends. Trimming for company. Hands it to Withers. He in turn to Bairstow. Can he start to line it up again? Sunday Detch from the shot clock. And Chadee puts his hand up and says, yes, That was on me. They give that one away.
They're just out of position in the end. Good defense, good energy. James Duncan leading the charge. Trying to rev up. Man in blue. Just lock in one stop here and you're really in the driver's seat.
The crowd trying to make it tough for the 36ers. Bairstow, Johnson, Detch gets the screen. Will he put it up? Frank's in his grill. Step back three. It rattled halfway down and then rattled back out.
Wow. They've had 3 of those this quarter. Cam Bairstow's layup just before. Sunday Detch, that whole possession looked like Adelaide really wanted a 3-ball. Plenty of time left in the game to get a quick 2.
Throw it inside. Give it to the big fella. He got to work right now.
Franks goes to work. Fade away 2. Doesn't go. Bairstow rips it down. To McCarron. Will he put it up? He owes them one. He'll take an assist though. Hands it to Johnson. To Bairstow, who turns, shoots, and misses.
It's about 6 consecutive stops.
And it's been bunnies. They've missed so many bunnies in this 4th quarter. We're talking about when you're not used to trying to grind out a win. Just come up short on a few of those.
And Lamar Patterson can smell more blood. Tough fadeaway 2. Lamar, he's clocked up 32, and the meter's still running. 16 seconds left.
Emmanuel Malou
and Emmanuel Malou have been the stars to keep Adelaide in it.
He is still hasn't missed a shot.
That's Sunday Detch.
Sunday Detch. My bad.
That's a big knockdown. And again, they hit the tough ones.
Oh my goodness, this game has gone another level.
Well, this man.
Mismatch. Man on a mission. Refuse to lose. Step back. Bucket. So pretty to watch when he's in this type of form. Tough shot. Good contest. Better finish. Ready to play.
Remember, we talked about man who was top 3 MVP voting a couple of seasons ago. He was a closer. He wanted the ball in his hands to make a play, wanted to hit the big shot. That's what Lamar Patterson has shown he can do. Just so good to see him out there in his ways. 4 of 8 from 3, 32 points, got 6 assists, got 5 steals as well. He's been active on the defensive end. Right now, put the ball into a good free throw shooter's hands. Try and seal the win.
Let's get the ball back to Lamar Patterson.
Well, Adelaide, a steal and a 3, and they win it on the buzzer. So they'd be thinking positive first for the steal, and then the foul. 13 seconds left. Lamar Patterson, the big star under the Friday night lights. The crowd has absolutely loved the show that he's brought tonight. 75-73. Brisbane lead by 2. About to inbound it. 36ers need to get it back. Patterson can't pass it to himself. To Kadee. They don't get the steal, and the seconds wind down, and they send Krebs to the line.
Jason Kadee, I think he maybe just wanted to hold on to that, but another guy, Lamar Patterson, inbounding the ball. Now, Adelaide are going to try and foul straight away. It's not like they're going to let some time run off the clock, so it's not like you can throw it back to Lamar Patterson. They're going to try and pressure, and whoever gets the ball, they were going to foul. You could see Mitch McCarron chasing Kadee. Surprised you let Lamar inbound the ball. Well, here we go, Tanner Krebs. Big free throws here.
Take your time, take a breath. The instructions. They lead by 2.
Okay, 2, hold. To hold.
He didn't make a play on the ball. That's your rules.
Rattles in. That was massive. They lead by 3. But how big is this one? He has a smile. Calm. And it drops. Huge. And the crowd know it.
Big free throws by Tanner Krebs.
Both look like they could have fallen out. Krebs, big free throws there. It's tonight. It's all been about this man, Corey.
Oh,
you
man.
asked for it.
I asked for it, and he delivered. Lamar Patterson has been impressive from the first shot of the game. Losing 4 straight does something to you individually and collectively. He came out today on a mission with refusal to lose. It's been impressive. Great to see him in this type of form. This is the Lamar Patterson we all fell in love with the first 2 years he played here. This right here, what we're seeing is first-team All-NBL Lamar Patterson. Great performance tonight. Will it be enough to win?
Well, they're in the driver's seat right now.
They're in the driver's seat, but it ain't over till it's over.
Well, you get one stop here. Seal the game.
Will that stat this season
be broken?
Be broken. And the stat I'm talking about, people, is when Lamar Patterson leads, they lose.
Leads in scoring.
In
they
scoring.
Lose. You're right. And Adelaide 36ers had so many chances. I'm going to go back and look at just the easy ones that missed. Oh, underneath the hoop, the wide open ones.
18 turnovers, man.
So, yeah, 100%. That in the fourth quarter combined with those easy misses. And I would have thought maybe you'd throw Matty Malou out there. He's 3 of 3 for 3.
So don't foul a 3-point shooter here. Sunday Detch. No one goes near him. Rims out. And Patterson, their hero, on cue, pulls down the rebound. Vintage Patterson. And Brisbane's season is back alive.
They had to win this game. We'll highlight it off the top. They had to stop losing at home. Try and turn the tables. No Nathan Sobey. And just a massive win. Lamar Patterson willed them across the line. Everyone else chipped in. Did their bit defensively. When they turned up the pressure, they turned up the energy. They look really good. Big win from the Bullets. No doubt about it. This one will feel good.
(77-73) the final scoreline. And the crowd, they enjoyed tonight. They'll be back.
And if the Adelaide 36ers just think about some missed opportunities, they did not hit a 2-point field goal in the fourth quarter. There's our full-on player of the game. Who else? Lamar Patterson, 32, 4, and 6. And as you said, Corey, that is the stat line of a man who used to be an All-NBL. And he is outstanding. But Adelaide, those missed, did not hit a 2. They were 0 of 7 from 2-point range, 4 of 7 from 3. So combine that with the turnovers, those little missed ones from Cam Bairstow here and there. You're going to look back at some missed opportunities because they played well, just couldn't get it done.
Brilliant game, brilliant win. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll be back to wrap it up straight after the break.